Okay, hi. So I want to talk about why I think moms are so hated. And as a disclaimer, I am not conservative. I am not a Trumplican. I think a lot of mothers throw in their 2 cents. And most of the time, unfortunately, they happen to be and they happen to align with that. I am not one of those people. I would consider myself a leftist. I know that scares people. Thankfully, I feel like less and less. So just getting that out of the way. Yeah. So, which kind of brings me, I guess, to my point of this video is why I do think moms are hated, because I do think that. I have been public facing. I'm acting like I'm like a celebrity. I'm not, but I've been posting on TikTok. I just started cross posting to here. I've been posting on TikTok for like over a year now, all throughout my pregnancy, pretty much all throughout my pregnancy. And then my son is like 9 months now. And I have just experienced firsthand what it's like being a mom and what people have to say, specifically women. I would say it's all women. And I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my gosh, I'm like so marginalized. I'm like so, like, once again, I don't think that. I have been on the receiving end though of some pretty abhorrent comments when literally I didn't say anything to anyone. I did, obviously, yes, I'm posting videos, but I have never so much as uttered or made a video like saying anything along the lines of, I think women should have kids, I think all women should, I think women should get married, I think the woman's place is da-da-da-da. No, like, once again, I am as pro-choice as you can get. I'm not like that. I still have been on the receiving end of this commentary, and I think kind of, I don't want to say trend, that's not the right word, but sometimes it kind of feels like it is, because I feel like people are just kind of hopping on the bandwagon of like, oh yeah, you're a mom. Like, you know, it's kind of, if you know, you know, of like, especially on social media, oh, you're a mom, oh, I could never, oh, so you hate yourself, oh, you're pregnant, oh yeah, so you also hate yourself, I could never do that. And it's like, everyone's absolutely entitled to their opinion. People treat being a mom nowadays as a character flaw. And I think that is just personally where I am going to have to draw the line, right? That's also just my opinion. I don't get that. I think, and I feel like me even like coming on here and like saying, which I'm sure literally no one's going to watch this, but I feel like me coming on here and even saying that I feel like moms get a lot of hate. I've seen people say that on TikTok, especially, and they're like, no, they don't. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's not true at all. It's like, it legitimately is. Like I said before, I think people literally treat moms as like becoming a mom or wanting to be a mom nowadays literally as a character flaw. Like, and I guess a very long-winded intro. The reason why I think that is because historically and traditionally, and especially now, with this administration, if you could even fucking call it that, and everything that is going on, motherhood, becoming a mom, giving birth, getting pregnant, being pregnant, is considered and associated with being conservative. I think being Republican in nature. I think being MAGA at this point, because we've been dealing with this for how fucking long now. That's what I think. And so, and I get it. Like, I get it. Like, fair enough. Honestly, I think if I wasn't a mom, even though I have been someone where I've always thought I did want kids, even if I didn't have them now still, but I still held that opinion or belief, there would still be a part of me, I think, that I'd be sitting here, I'd be like, like, I don't know. You know, I would never be, once again, as rude and abhorrent as I feel like so many other people's, especially women, are right now. But, you know, like, so I'm not even going to say that I don't get it at all. But like I said before, people treat it like it is a literal character flaw. You know, one of the comments I received, maybe honestly I could put it up here on TikTok. I mean, yeah, I will, so you can see it, I guess. But it was like, you know, I'm praying for you, like, the fact that you chose to have kids in this day and age. I would just like to say, I found out I was pregnant, and it was not planned. Like, that's just me being honest. I found out I was pregnant before the last election. I voted for Kamala. Because I'm like, dude, we can't have Trump. Like, I can't. Like, so many other people I thought that she was going to win. So, and that obviously didn't happen. So I do kind of use that as like, hey, like, I'm not the one, like, that's not me. Like, I did everything that I felt like I could, you know, like, I am not for anything that is happening right now. And so much so that it's like me even saying that still feels like such an understatement. Like, I cannot state that enough. But yeah, I think that being a mom, I think is very much tied to Christian nationalism as well, which I am ex-evangelical. And so I grew up in that. Like, I'm only one of 3, so it's not like, you know, I don't come from like a Mormon family or anything like that, but I grew up in Texas. So Texas, evangelical Baptist church, like, if you know, you know. And so I have deconstructed, but I have still felt like, oh, you know, I would like to have kids. And so, anyways, I don't know. I think I have just been giving that a lot of thought, and I feel like a lot of people obviously have their opinions, and I would say as a whole don't think that mothers are hated, but there's obviously already just such a huge lack of support, especially in America, from mat leave to a so-called village that, I'm sorry, just like does not exist for like 95% of mothers. To, you can see a video of a mom, you know, complaining or just explaining, hey, this is hard, hey, I'm you know, whatever, and it's just flooded with comments of like, well, you chose this. And it's like, but when you complain about your job, you don't, you know, as a chef, I don't know, as an engineer, you don't really hear people say, oh, well, you chose this, you know, like, it's just, I think obviously if that's all that you're doing, all that you're saying, I don't know, maybe there's an issue there, maybe there's a problem there, maybe you should look into that. But there just doesn't feel like there is any room to breathe, I think. As a mom, I think in like a public facing situation without facing some sort of criticism. And by some sort, it's a lot. Once again, I've been in like the mom space for over a year now, pregnancy space, all of that, to me following obviously huge creators, to me creating, even if I have like 1,000 followers, like, and I think that's my point. I'm that nobody and that small, and I have received like a plethora of just comments like that. And I mean, quite honestly, unsolicited like opinions. So, and I get it. It's like, oh, you're posting, it's public, of course. So anyways, yeah, I don't really even know if there's like a moral to any of this, but that's just been something that I have given a lot of thought to, where I'm like, okay, I can kind of see it. I can kind of understand, because I just, obviously women, especially now, I think women are seeing everything regress for us very slowly, which is terrifying. And then I think maybe to look at a woman and to see, oh, well, you're still choosing to have kids right now, is like, you are condoning or like rolling over with like the things that are happening now. I could also see that. I could also understand that to a certain extent. I do think though we're ultimately, we've kind of lost the plot in terms of just like, I don't think there is anything wrong though with being someone that wants to have a child and having a child, if you're obviously having that for like the right reasons, and like, right, obviously I'm not talking about someone that is like, doesn't have any money, is abusing their child, you know, is an addict, like whatever, you know. So I think being here and being all the way over here, that doesn't work for either side. Obviously, I think we need to come in the middle, but that's probably just going to take some time. Who knows? That may not happen, and it's probably going to get worse before it gets better as things continue, like I said, to totally, I think, deteriorate and regress with women. So, for women. So, yeah, I don't know. My opinion that literally no one asked for, but I'm just wanting to start posting on YouTube, because literally fuck TikTok, everyone's being censored. People are also on here, but not nearly as much. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate it ever since Oracle took over, so. Yeah.